All right, Romeo,
Yes.
it's happening. We're getting to this. How many times have you been bumped?
I think it's been like 2 weeks.
Okay.
Probably.
6 times.
You know why you're on the air today?
I don't know.
Because Bert's not here.
Oh man.
All right, so we had to stop short with your issue with your brother and your parents because you feel like they're babying him.
Yeah. No, I don't feel like I know it.
Oh, you know that.
Yeah.
Okay, got
These are
it.
facts.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like I thought it was just my parents, but I think it's I like looked it up. I googled it if other kids were babied, like the youngest ones, and
You really Googled it?
Yes, I did because I needed to know I wasn't alone. And so I don't know if my beef is with my parents or with my brother, because I also think that he knows that he's babied, so he takes advantage of that.
Okay. Or is your beef with yourself? Because you're not getting the same treatment as him.
And you're just comparing your life.
Because parents do have to parent kids differently. Because, like, I'm sure you and your brother are not the same person.
Right.
So their parenting techniques are going to be different with him than they are with you. Would you say you're a little more capable person?
Yeah, for sure. I see. 'Cause here's the problem too. I think that when being the oldest,
Yeah.
I had to like figure everything out on my own. And then my parents are immigrants. They didn't know English, so like they didn't even know how like things in the U.S. work. I had to like figure out how to apply for colleges. I had to figure out like all these things, credit. I have to like learn all these things that my parents really don't know on my own, and then I have to play parent to my little brother and teach him those things. And I think that's what frustrates me, because I just get so annoyed by that. And I think that one of the things I talked to my therapist about was actually the fact that I play parent with my brother often, where I feel like I'm parenting him because my parents baby him so much, and they're like everything is like given in a silver, plate, pretty much.
Do you? But do you feel like you have to, or is this something you've taken on your own accord? What if you didn't baby him? What if you just
He
took
will
a step?
lose, like he will be gone. I don't even know where he will be.
He would disappear.
End up in an alley somewhere.
I think he will lose himself. I don't know. I
Because
think.
it sounds like you're enabling his baby behavior.
Oh man.
Yeah, this is all your fault, Romeo.
That's what I just heard too.
Honestly, this happens a lot. You end up resenting your parents because the eldest child constantly has to parent the younger ones, and that happens in a lot of families. So I totally get where you're at.
It happens in my family too. I feel like I always told my moms, I feel like as the oldest, I was the test dummy. Like you got everything wrong on me,
Yeah.
and then you figured it out, and you just stopped caring for the baby.
I think you got to find your role there's a difference between helping your younger sibling when they ask versus sort of sitting down being like, okay, this is coming up. They're going to need to know how to do it. So let your younger sibling float for a while by themselves. And if they come to you and say, how did you do it? I need help, or I don't understand what's going on. Then you step in and teach them. But you got to teach them to ask for help and think for themselves, because I mean, Kristen's right. Like in the long run, you're really just going to make them worse off, because what happens when they graduate and go into the real world? They're not always going to have you. You got to live your own life.
Well, that's kind of what I've done. To be honest with you, I just let him be now. At this point, it's just like I told you guys that he quit his job.
Without having anything.
Without having anything. Like, it's insane to me. I'm like, how did you do that? Because I would have had to have 12 jobs lined up and make sure that it was way better than that. So I was just so frustrated with that. And it's just like, I'm not forcing him to apply. I'm not pushing him to apply. It's just like, you figure it out. If you want to apply to jobs, I'm not going to push you. I'm not going to tell you anymore. Like, I keep telling him, like, hey, you can use my laptop if you need it. And at this point, it's just like, he's not asking for help. So it's just like, all right, you can sync yourself. So
Perfect. Good for that. And
Let him drown.
that is the first step. So you have a homework assignment. You have to keep that mentality, right? Because he's not going to learn unless he starts making mistakes.
it's hard, though.
I know
you
it's
want to
very
be there.
hard. No, of course you do, because you're a good brother
Right.
and you're a good person.
You gotta,
but
just
don't be there.
Stop being a good person. Stop being
So
a good person.
his homework assignment is just let his brother fail?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Watch him
his
drown.
success is not your responsibility.
Gotcha.
Oh, let that wash over you. All right, you got a homework assignment,
I'll do it.
and that's to do nothing.
The Bert Show.